Hello and welcome to Black Bear Atheist. I just recently did a video on a remix of We Don't Talk About Bruno, which is a song from Encanto, a Disney movie. And right now, someone on Discord recommend for me to look at Bibleman, which is apparently a Christian kid show about things in the Bible. I'm not sure I have a way to explain it to you all. So we're just gonna watch one episode, or maybe this is a half episode. The channel we're reacting to is I believe this is like a different language, but you could still like figure out what they're actually saying. Christian videos for kinders. So Bibleman, an adventure in truthfulness. Let's check out this episode.
Bible man, Bible man, fighting for the way. He's the Bible man, fighting the good fight, taking the shield of faith and the belt of truth. Bible man is on the move, the sword of the
I'm sorry to pause so early, but why is the shield of faith a weapon? Uh, why is field of faith a weapon that can move? Because in real life, it really it's really not like a weapon. It's really nothing.
Spirit is the word of God. There's nothing it can't do. Bible man, fighting the good fight, wearing the breastplate of righteousness and the helmet of salvation. The Bible girl, cipher and melody, fighting for the way. We stand together.
You notice everything that they mentioned, right? The word of God being sword and everything else. And these are not actual things that you can use to fight the demons, fight the devil. I mean, most Christians would say at least they read some of the Bible. Most Christians would say they have faith. Obviously, they need that to believe in something so stupid. I mean, all these things, most Christians will have to an extent, some of them. It's just a matter of how deep you are in it. But none of this is helping them fighting against the devil. But I guess that's not even the most interesting part about this entire show. I'll tell you as we watch this.
In the sight of God, we stand together to do what's right. Bible man, fighting for God's truth and way.
No, let's see that team, which is quite amazing. An amazing team
Bible man, fighting
of
for God's
individuals.
truth and way.
So introducing us to the entire team. Again, I don't get this idea. Bible man, that's the entire thing that you're trying to sell. That just indicates one man. So why do we have two women and then one black and then one black guy? Is this supposed to be diversity and equality ideas? Because this doesn't make any sense. I guess they're trying to, in a sense, I could see like the lyrics and the music. Maybe like they're trying to go for Paw Patrol, which is like a kid show. It's a bunch of dogs being like heroes. Like it's actually like many dogs. They are dogs. Like saying Bible man, like it seems full of. I don't know. I just find that very quite interesting. Why we would be named Bible man? Out of the bat, she just seems like weird. God, Christians.
Join us for the animated adventures of Bibleman. Fracturing the falsehoods of the fiddler, an adventure in truthfulness. John 3, verse 21. But anyone who lives by the truth comes to the light, so that his works may be shown to be accomplished by God.
Hold on. It's just like it doesn't really necessarily make sense. So you have to come to the light to make sure that your work is shown so you be accomplished by God. You know how many people that have done crazy things and have actually come to the light and say, "Yeah, I did this." Is that by God? I don't think you want to claim that. But hey, the Bible said so. Let's keep going.
Bibleman? No, not Bibleman. Just a young girl. I'll have to send Dr. Fear a thank you card for this invisibility belt.
Just throw us our frisbee already.
You're not from around here, are you?
Stop trying to throw it. Just bring it to us.
A new kid is such an easy target. This won't even seem like work.
All right, KT, office supply run. You had a list for us? 4 flavors of slush easy syrup, nothing else?
What else matters?
What is it?
A faint reading, just enough to trip the alarm, but it's gone now.
Location?
Spruce Avenue Elementary School.
Bibleman's meeting with Mr. Baxter not far from there. I'll head over to the school myself to check it out. Hopefully it's nothing, but if it escalates, we need to be there. Sorry, Mel. Looks like you're on your own for the supply run.
The animation is so trash. Or maybe it's me. Maybe I'm judging the animation too much. It's just like, what in the world? Anyways, let's keep going. The storyline is quite important.
You know how much she hates office supply shopping.
That's funny. I didn't notice you offering to go in her place.
Well, that's because I have to stay here and monitor the situation.
Don't forget to contact.
Isn't that technically a lie? Nah, it probably is going to continue monitoring this. It's probably still going to continue monitoring the situations because obviously they're not going to make it obvious that he's lying. But didn't he just say the situation is minor? So why would they continue to monitor it?
Contact Bibleman and have him meet me at the school when he's finished his meeting. Better safe than sorry.
Copy that.
Aw, there's nowhere left to sit.
Let's just sit there.
No way. That's that weird new girl. Did you see her try and throw the frisbee this morning?
So, new girl. Lisa, is it?
Liesel.
Did you say Liesel? Seriously?
Is your last name just as weird? Bergstaller. Bergstaller? Lizelle Bergstaller?
No way.
Are you American, Lizelle Bergstaller?
Is your family, like, totally weird?
Well, can you even speak English?
I was born in Sao Leopoldo.
I was born in Sao Leopoldo, Brazil, a predominantly German city, but we moved to America when I was a baby, so I only speak English. I don't know what my father does for a living, and I wonder if he's maybe a spy. I don't believe he kills people, but if he did, they were all bad guys. You gonna eat that?
Maybe you're not so weird after all, right, girls?
Yum.
Would you like my milkshake?
I mean, what kind of kid tells a lie like that? I'm not sure if this is primary school or middle school, but like, who actually tells a lie like that? But hey, let's keep going.
Two?
Oh boy. KT to Bible Girl? Come in, Bible Girl.
Go ahead, KT.
Looks like you were right. Sensors just spiked with a villain level reading from the school.
I'll be there in under a minute.
Bibleman is en route too. He'll meet you there.
Thanks, KT. Bible girl out.
Liesel, I want a pair of glasses just like yours.
Lizelle, my ponytail looks just like yours.
Liesel, may I sit with you on the bus?
This is like giving candy to a baby.
So she lies to get more popular because obviously this is something people actually do. Lie to get popular, and sometimes it works, sometimes it bites them in the butt. But it's a quite typical thing. But apparently, that's now allowed by the Bible. Which I guess sometimes lying is actually a bad thing and it could go really, really wrong.
Popular girl.
I told you not to sneak up on me like that.
So who is she? Is she the target?
Can't say for sure. I don't really see anything out of the ordinary. Bible girl to KT.
Go ahead, Bible girl.
Are we at the correct location? I only see a crowd of young girls.
Sensors are still showing a strong reading directly in front of you. If you're looking at the front lawn of the school, you're looking right at a villain.
Could he be invisible?
Try switching your binoculars to thermal mode. If they are invisible, there should still be a heat signature.
Bingo.
That did it, KT. It's the fiddler.
The fibbler? Invisible? Hang on a sec. The fibbler influences emotionally vulnerable children into lying. Primary weapon of choice is the whispering stone ring he wears. Nothing in here about invisibility. Looks like he's learned a new...
Influence children to lie. Like, that's a natural thing. Children do lie. Like, they don't need some influence to do so. Like, they actually do lie of their own will.
trick.
Update the profile card, KT. But right now, I'm more worried about that whispering stone and how Fibbler uses it to encourage kids to lie.
And he's using it on that poor little girl. Uh-oh. Do you think he spotted us?
Unless these bushes are purple and yellow, I'd say there is a good chance he has. And cue chase music.
Any sign of him?
No, he's gone. We need to focus our efforts on the young girl now.
She's on the bus.
Permission to come aboard, ma'am?
Anything for you, Bible man. Come on in.
Boys and girls.
I mean, in which delusion world? Okay, like let's just keep going. Let's just keep going. Is this allowed?
Girls, thank you for your attention.
Is everything okay, Bible Man? Is someone in trouble?
No, no one is in trouble. I'm just here to talk to a friend of mine.
Your friend goes to our school? Who is it?
Well, you should know, she's sitting right next to you.
Seriously? You're friends with Bible Man? Oh my gosh. You are like the coolest friend ever.
I'm sorry. Isn't that live for a Bibleman? Isn't that a live from Bibleman? Are they actually friends? No, but that's literally a lie. That's a lie. Like, they are actually not friends. They never talk to each other.
I don't even know where it came from. I just told one crazy lie at lunchtime and suddenly everybody liked me. I never felt that way before, so I kept on lying. It felt good to be popular.
The truth sets us free, Lisa.
I know, Daddy, and I'm really sorry. Then I had to keep making up new lies all afternoon, but now it doesn't feel so good anymore.
Your father.
Now, when I started this YouTube channel, I did a lot of Frank's video, Frank Turek, and he said something like this.
How about when the Nazi comes to your door? Right? What do you do then? Hast du Juden here? You've got Jews upstairs in your attic. Schnell! Schnell! Kommen Sie hier! Hast du Juden here? What are you going to do? You do. They're in there. Don't lie. Tell the truth to a murderer? What are you going to do? I know what I'd do. Lie. Why? Because when absolutes conflict, and Christians can disagree on this, but I'm just giving you my view. When absolutes conflict, the greater obligation takes precedence over the lesser obligation. You have a greater obligation to protect life than to tell the truth to a murderer.
Now, when the Nazis come to your door, you're apparently not supposed to tell the truth. Apparently, objective truth somehow takes... apparently, objective morality have, certain standard. You have to take priority of something over the other, even though, again, that doesn't make any sense. If they're all objective, then you have to continue with the objective truth. If you don't actually tell the truth to save a life, that means you're going against the objective morality. I mean, you're still sinning. It's still considered a sin, and you're still gonna go to hell. Like, even though it's a good thing to do by saving the Jews from the Nazis, you're still considered to be lying. So hell awaits. It doesn't make sense. Let's continue the
There
story.
is right, Liesel. The truth does set us free. And the truth is, you did lie. You were influenced by a powerful villain called the Fibbler.
Telling lies is something God takes.
I will also consider that a lie from Bibleman. She did not lie. She actually did not really lie. She was controlled. I mean, you could say the words were coming out of her mouth, but she actually did not lie. Like, I would not consider that her own choice of actually lying. It wasn't like she could actually stop lying. Even though she explains it and say, "Oh, it was one lie," and then it continues and continues. She was not the one continuing the lie. I think the only lie that clearly we can see was on the bus when she shook her head and said you were a friend, which you lied first, not her. So none of the lies are actually hers. She did not actually lie. But then I get the bottom of the line. The actual story they're trying to say is that lying is wrong. But sometimes lying could save you or save someone else. It just depends on the situation. But the objective truth would not allow that. That's why Frank Turek can't say what he said.
Takes very seriously. Acts chapter 5 shows us just how seriously.
Shortly after Jesus went
Now, obviously, from the story the kid told earlier about the spy kid, I thought the things couldn't get worse and the story couldn't just get stupider. Apparently, it just did with this amazing act story that they just put in a kid show.
went back to heaven, the former fisherman, Peter, became a leader of the church. The believers who had money were giving to the church, so none of the poor believers would go hungry or go without shoes.
One of the 12 disciples sold a field, giving all the money to the Lord. So a woman named Sapphira and her husband Ananias decided.
Hold on, the 12 disciples had things to sold. I thought they were all literally poor. The Bible never really indicated that they were rich.
They'd sell a piece of their land too. They secretly agreed to keep some of the money, but still say they were given the full amount to the Lord.
Now, it's one thing to lie to our friends, but Ananias stood before the whole church and lied about his offering to the Lord. He lied to the whole.
I must mention, this is their fucking money. This is their fucking land. And out of that, they decide to give. And by the way, this is literally communism. But this is part of the communist idea. But Christians would never literally say that. They would never say that. Even though this is literally communism. It's their money. They're selling their land. And God killed them, for not giving him the entire thing. Apparently it was a lie. So kill them all because that makes any sense. When they're the one from their own from their own actual, will, if you can call it that, they decide to sell their property and give some portion to God. Saying it was all because obviously God wanted all of it. It's more than enough to kill them. So this is where it gets so stupid. Like the last video I did on Mike Winger talking about how, probably everyone in hell does not get the same punishment. But examples like this show us like a simple lie can get you, to die. Literally, like the God just kills you. The simple lie can get you death. And the other sin can get you death. It shows that all the consequences for all the sins, every single one of them, is death. The punishment in hell for all sins are also the same thing. That doesn't make any sense. That doesn't work in the real world. In reality, it doesn't work. You can't have, you can't weigh everything the same way. It just does not make any sense. The Christians will try to excuse this and say, "Oh my God, eternal sin deserves eternal hell," even though it's not eternal sin. It's literally just one lie.
Holy Spirit.
Down goes Ananias.
A little later, Sapphira arrived. Peter asked her if the price of the land was what her husband had said. She replied, yes, that was the price. So then Peter said, why did you agree to test the Spirit of the Lord?
Ouch. God punished these.
By the way, I never really thought of the stories while I was growing up. The only, I guess it was, I always thought of it about like the fear factor to fear God. This just shows how fearful God can be, and you don't want to mess with God. I guess that was the moral of the story that I got from it as a kid. I technically am right about that. This is just a story to make you fear God. They won't tell you this unless you it's to make you fear God. Telling the kid you could die from lying.
These two so harshly because he didn't want his new church built upon lies. These days,
I mean, the Catholic Church was literally built on lies and BS, literally. I don't know. All church are built on literally BS. Like, what do you mean that he doesn't want his church to be built on lies? I mean, have you read the Bible? His entire holy book is built on lies. It's making claims of things that we don't actually know. Saying these things are true when they have no evidence of it. And if God doesn't want everything to be on a lie, then all he had to do is actually, write a good book that can show us his character. They can actually prove that he exists. But is he doing that? No. So he clearly is okay with lies. Clearly he's okay with sin. I mean, look around you. If he does is not okay with it, he would have changed something. But he clearly is.
God will forgive us for lying, but only if we go to him and repent, confessing.
Hold on. They did not get a chance to confess. They just died. And this is the part where you see the Christian narrative changing because God in the Old Testament and some part in the New did the judgments like this. It was immediate. It was like, you sin, you die. You sin, you die. You curse your parents, you die. It was quick. In reality, because this is a fairy tale, that doesn't happen. So they have to make up something. Or if you go to God and pray for forgiveness, obviously you're not going to die. But Ananias and Sapphira did not get that chance. They just died. So another lie.
Our sin.
Liesl, I want you to memorize what Jesus said in John 3:21. People who do what is true come to the light so that the things they do for God may be clearly seen.
Great verse. You could be a pastor.
I am a pastor. We were
Great verse. Just because you know one Bible verse, you could be a pastor. Oh my God.
all born in Texas, and we just moved here from Iowa so I can pastor new.
No, like hold on. So the kid that was lying, that was influenced by Feeble, which is God, which is a villain. We're assuming God actually exists in this entire story. The kid is a daughter of a pastor. Why isn't God there to protect her from the influence of lies from this villain? Which we don't know where the villain is apparently coming from. We know these people are coming from God, but they're not showing that the villain is probably coming from the devil, which is also, I guess, to make it child friendly. But then why put a story about how someone dropped dead from lying? I guess that's also for the fear factor.
New
Questions.
Life Community Church.
Liesel, you're growing up in a wonderful family, and I'm happy to know your dad isn't a Brazilian hitman.
Me too.
What is it, Bible girl?
Hold on, how did they know about that lie?
It's Cypher. He's relaying the coordinates of another threat signature, 106 Red Fern Boulevard.
That's the address of our church.
Figures. Evidently, Fibbler is there waiting for us. We'll try our best not to damage anything on the church property. I'll head down the middle of the park.
Why would Fibbler go to a church? Why would a villain go to a church when it's fighting people that are from a church?
Lot and draw Fibbler out. You head around back and flank him, but try and stay out of sight.
Got it.
Come on out, Fibbler. Let's not delay.
I'm sorry, wouldn't he already see you? Is the one invincible, meaning he knows exactly when you get there.
The inevitable.
If you really think I can be that easily taken, Bible man, then here I am. Come and get me.
I don't know what you have planned, Fibbler, but it won't.
You know, I had a feeling one beam cannon wouldn't be enough, so I brought a spare. My, look at how strong you are.
Isaiah 54:17 says, "No weapon formed against God's people will succeed."
Well, it...
Except for poverty. That is quite successful. Poverty is quite successful. I mean, just look at what it done in, I don't know, I don't like to say this, but I'll just say it. In the continent of Africa. I mean, look at Asia too, because the Christians in Asia. Look at the Middle East, because the Christians there too. Look at America, UK, the entire European country, because there are Christians there too. I mean, I guess poverty is a good tool against Christians.
Certainly doesn't seem that way from where I'm standing. And besides, I haven't even shown you the best part. Observe. You see, Bible man, I've developed many new uses for the Whispering Stone since we last met, making me more powerful than ever. So, why don't we escalate this a bit and test your Bible theory? Bible girl?
Proverbs 12:22 says, "Lying lips are detestable to the Lord."
I mean, maybe this is a weird time to point it out, but isn't it interesting how one is referred to as a Bible girl and one is referred to as a Bible man, not Bible boy? I mean, there's a difference into what they're calling them. A girl is typically referred to as like a young lady, I don't know, a young woman, like a little child. That's a girl. And a boy around that age is also referred to as a boy. A male around that age is also referred to as a boy, typically. The variations depending on which gender you choose, but this is like a gender identification thing. It's quite interesting how this entire story is about a Bibleman adventure, which is referring to a grown man. And then he had two sidekick, I guess, and then a tech guy that's a black guy. But the woman, I'm thinking they're actually adults, are referred to as Bible girl, not Bible woman. I don't know. It just shows something interesting. I mean, the word choice is just very, very weird. Let's keep going. Actually, the one who beat you was the Bible girl, not the Bible man. But hey, we're almost done.
Fibbler thought he had us defeated. Bible Girl's heroics reminded us that God's light shines brightly in all his children. Just like the verse Liesel memorized. People who do what is true come to the light so that the things they do for God may be clearly seen.
Actually, people who do lies also tell it in the light. You lie like 3 times and you did it in the broad daylight. Anyways, that's all the story I have for you today. Thank you all for watching. It's quite interesting how Christians will mix up stories, put weird shit in kid shows, and think it's actually okay. Just insane. Thank you all for watching. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. Have a lovely day, people.